Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on CBS 8 Plus. I'm Heather Myers. Here at CBS 8, we are working for you, getting to the bottom of some of the stories that you've asked about. And we start with another SDGE rate hike proposal. The California Public Utilities Commission is holding virtual hearings to inform people of this and also give them a chance to share any frustrations or concerns. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you to show us just how much more this could cost if approved.
SDGE customers did not hold back during another California Public Utilities Commission public hearing about proposed rate hikes.
You're killing families, small businesses, and once again, you're killing our state. The answer from the public is no more.
SDGE's parent company, Sempra Energy, is asking the CPUC for a rate increase. It's an opportunity that comes along every 4 years.
The big issue facing you today is trust.
Paul Hinken lives on a fixed income and says SDGE's already high rates have forced some like him to turn off the heat.
Are you waiting for someone to die? Well, it may have already happened, since I seriously doubt the coroner would list SDGE rates as a cause or even contributing factor.
If approved, electric customers would see their bills increase by 5.3% in 2024. Gas customers would see a 17.5% increase. Now, we did the math and found a $300 electric bill would go up about $16 a month, and a $200 gas bill would cost $35 more.
We should be having a conversation about how much rates can be reduced by, instead of assuming that rates are supposed to keep going up.
While proposed rate hikes are often approved by the CPUC, these hearings are not a lost cause. In the past, we found that the CPUC doesn't always fully approve the full amount of the hike request. That still doesn't sit well for a blind veteran who learned that Sempra Energy made record profits last year.
They're unreasonable, unjust, and frankly unconscionable.
I found SDGE's requesting these rate increases to cover a $3.3 billion budget proposal from 2024 to 2027. The utility tells us that California's clean energy, climate change policies, and regulations for wildfire mitigation efforts are costly. These efforts are gaining support from tourism and Chamber of Commerce organizations.
We absolutely have to have more EV infrastructure, modernization of our electric grid, installation of battery facilities, replacement of old natural gas pipelines.
The CPUC says it's received 500 written comments so far. If approved, SDGE says the rate increase would go into effect around the middle of next year. I'm Abby Black, CBS 8.
Well, you need to know this. On Thursday, March 23rd, there will be 2 in-person hearings held, one at 2 p.m., another at 6 p.m. at the Sherman Heights Community Center. People who do want to speak will have to fill out a speaker's form on site. It is best to arrive early. We have all this information on our website for you to reference. Go to CBS8.com. Some big changes are coming to the state's rooftop solar rules. A decision by the California Public Utilities Commission will make it much more expensive, and very soon. CBS 8's Anna Laurel is working for you to explain what you need to do right now if you want to go solar and still get the perks.
Strap on your seatbelts, California. Here we go.
That's the word from the California Solar and Storage Association, the state's largest solar trade group, trying to connect people with the right solar companies and get solar system applications submitted to utility companies in time before big changes start April 15th. I called them this week to find out how the new rules affect people who might want solar.
Right now in San Diego, a solar system will pay for itself in about 6 years. Under the new net metering rules, we're kicking that to 10 years or further.
The change comes to net metering. That allows you to connect your solar system to the grid. You use your own energy when you need it, and the solar energy you send back to the grid, you get a bill credit for. Starting April 15th, the value of that bill credit drops drastically.
If it's 25 cents that they would charge you, they give you 25-cent credit, so then it offsets your bill. What's happening is they're going to still charge you 25 cents for that kilowatt hour that you consume, but give you 4 cents for any kilowatt hour that you produce and send to the grid. So these are standard residential panels.
Today I met Ross Williams, the CEO of HES Solar, one of the oldest solar companies in San Diego. His crews are on rooftops all over town. He says his company is slammed helping people get their applications filled out and submitted by the April 14th deadline. You do not have to have your solar panels on your house by April 14th, but you must have an interconnection application fully submitted to your utility by April 14th.
And these are the batteries we sell. They're
Ross tells me there are untrustworthy solar companies out there, so here's what you should do. Pick a licensed solar contractor, preferably one who's a member of a trade association.
check out their facility. Is it like this? Are they actually doing stuff, or is it some garage or someone's homeowner address?
Only pay as you go. Don't make more than a $1,000 down payment, and if the deal seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Most people are interested in saving money and doing what's right for the for the grid and for society in general, and that's why we exist.
For CBS 8, I'm Anna Laurel.
Okay, if you missed that April deadline that Anna was talking about, you can still take advantage of a federal tax credit. So just know that a lot of the state incentives will be much more reduced. A local elementary school was named after a former slave owner more than 70 years ago, and now some parents want the school renamed immediately. CBS 8's Ariana Cohen went to work digging deeper into this issue. She got a response from the San Diego Unified School District, and here's from parents who are pushing for the change.
I spoke with local parents who started a petition to get the name of this school changed and are urging school leaders to do it now.
These local parents have children who attend Henry Clay Elementary School.
I've asked all three of my kids and they have no idea who Henry Clay is. So that right there sets off an alarm bell that if the kids who go to this school don't know who he is, obviously educators don't feel comfortable talking about it. So I think that right there should signal to us that if we're not, dedicating a week of school during the school year to talk about who our building is named after, we're not talking about it in curriculum, then we shouldn't have his name on the building.
Henry Clay isn't someone that should be celebrated. He's someone that was not only someone who enslaved people himself, but he was responsible for the expansion of slavery into other states and also helped to enact the fugitive slave law.
Within the last 24 hours, the petition they started to rename this school and the Clay Neighborhood Park has more than 100 signatures. Jenkins emailed the San Diego Unified School District in December. By January, the director of communications, Maureen McGee, wrote, quote, "I will be sure to share your concerns with the school names committee and district staff and be back in touch." Jenkins said he followed up in February, stating that they will be starting a petition, but Jenkins says he has not heard back. I called the district and spoke with McGee over the phone. They sent CBS 8 this statement. At this time, no formal proposal for a name change has been submitted to the district for consideration. If a formal proposal is submitted to the school names committee, it will review the proposal and determine whether to forward a recommendation to the Board of Education for a final decision.
I think it's really heartbreaking that there are children walking through the gates of that school every day in an institution that is named after a slave owner, somebody whose legacy is the Fugitive Slave Act, somebody who bought and sold over 122 people in his lifetime. So no child should be going to a school, and nobody should be living in a community where they have to look at a park or look at an institution that has that man's name on it.
The parents I spoke to are planning to show their petition at the next school board meetings.
We have a link to their petition on CBS8.com. Ariana Cohen, CBS 8.
Ariana, thank you. Well, there's a lot of excitement surrounding the Padres as we inch closer to opening day. However, one fan thought he was going to miss out on all the fun because he is living with a painful injury. So he reached out to CBS 8 for help. Steve Price went to work contacting the Padres to find a solution.
A Padres fan who broke his back several years ago in an accident reached out to the team with what he thought was a simple request, but he struck out, so he contacted CBS 8 for help. Bruce Defoe has had multiple back surgeries, and he still can't sit in a regular chair for more than just a few minutes.
It's a complicated issue. I basically broke the pieces off the lower part of my spinal cord that holds your spinal cord like this so that they were sliding.
As you can tell from his shirt, Bruce loves the Padres and going to games.
That's kind of one of our favorite spots.
But when Bruce called the team asking if he could pay for a wheelchair spot and put his zero-gravity chair there,
he mentioned that security might be able to answer it, but they weren't there.
He got the runaround multiple times, so he called us.
Channel 8, you guys were right on responding to the calls, and I appreciate that.
Working for you, we reached out to our contacts with the Padres, who immediately agreed to look into Bruce's situation. Understandably, they had questions about his chair, but after verifying everything, they hit it out of the park, sending us a statement saying, while fans are not allowed to bring lawn or other rigid frame chairs into Petco Park, we make exceptions for ADA accommodations. Our staff contacted the individual and are happy to work with him directly to accommodate his chair based on ticket availability for the requested game.
They made the arrangements really easy to go in and out of the game. I can't imagine a better outcome, actually.
Bruce already has tickets for a game in April and is looking forward to seeing more games throughout the summer.
Channel 8 and Padres was very, very good. Very good. I wish more organizations ran like that.
Working for you.
Go Padres, always.
Steve Price, CBS 8.
That's right, go Padres. Remember, we want to work for you too. If there's something that you would like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you next time.